Gonna miss this one.
Is Tracy and good morning, everyone. Ms. Larkin, I see you there. Are we ready to proceed?
We are.
All right, everybody. I want to call to order the Nevada Department of Transportation Board meeting scheduled for today, Monday, June 10th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. And we will kick it off with the roll call.
Yeah. Good morning. Governor Joe Lombardo,
Present.
Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony,
Here.
Controller Andy Matthews,
Here.
Member Virginia Valentine,
Here.
Member Frank Lepre,
Here.
Member Justin Kalb, and Member Gary Perea. Governor, you have a quorum.
Did Gary respond?
He's there.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I don't have audio with Gary. Where'd our guy go? So, all right, let me know, just relay that if Gary's is speaking to let me know, because I don't have audio with him.
Will do, sir.
All right, we'll move on to the first opportunity for public comment. Public comment may be provided in person or by calling 775-888-7440. The call will be placed in a queue and the caller will be notified when it's turn to comment. Please limit your comment to 3 minutes. No action may be taken upon a matter raised under public comment period unless the matter itself has been specifically included on the agenda as an action item. Do we have any public comment there in Carson City?
We do not.
Do we have any here in Las Vegas? We not seeing any. Anybody on the phone?
Not at this time.
Okay, we will close the first opportunity of public comment. Move on to receive the director's report. Informational only item. Ms. Larkin.
All right, thank you. And good morning, everybody. So first we want to start off, this past week, we did a kind of reconnaissance trip to Florida to look at the Bright Line operations there. So the leadership from the Governor's Office, RTC of Southern Nevada, and NDOT explored 3 different stations at both Orlando, West Palm Beach, and Miami, and met with several leaders there, mayors, airport authority, et cetera, to talk about the type of economic development that this type of investment in the rail brings around the stations, and also the importance of the connecting of modes. It was a very informative, looked at the different operations, and like I said, a very good trip, very beneficial to see actually how the operations run from one station to the other, and the different type of stations at different sizes at the different locations. We continue to meet with FRA, that's NDOT, and also we meet with them separately. We also meet with them with Bright Line in the room as we continue to work on both the grant recipient agreement and the sub-recipient agreement. These should be slated to be done shortly, and then we'll begin on the actual construction later on this year. We are now having unwanted guests. Next slide. The Mormon crickets, they're back in Nevada. It is cricket season, and you can see they are really taking over a lot of our state highways, particularly in the Northeast. We have been making sure that we sign for them because they're carnivorous, and basically when they're on the roadway, if someone runs over it, then more crickets come on once they've been hit, and it becomes very slick. So we actually plow them, we do sand them. It is affecting, this was particularly heavy this year, it's affecting our, some of our preservation projects, some of the chip seals and stuff out there. They're gonna have to be delayed to another year, simply because they're not part of our mixed design and we can't clear them enough to keep them off the roadway. Political signs, it is that time of, it is a political season again, election season, and we just always want to make sure everyone is aware that political signage is not allowed on the state rights-of-way. It will be removed. Then they are taken to our closest maintenance station, and so we do preserve them, we don't destroy them, and they can come and pick them up. Just just need to call us and let us know what location you're in, and we'll tell you where to find them. But we also want to make sure that people, please double check before you put them up. And if it's owned by the state, you cannot put them up. Now, there are some odd kind of things. If the fence is on the fence line and it belongs to NDOT, you cannot put them on the fence line. However, if it is a private fence line and you have permission from the owner, you can place them there. But if you have any questions, please call our office. And then on our next slide, we'd like to, a follow-up to our fallen heroes from last year, from Michael Abate and Trooper Alberto Felix. We do have put the signs up, so we wanted to notice that we put them up, and that with utilizing our honorary highway name program, which has a formal process to memorialize 1-mile sections of highway in honor of first responders who lost their life. And so these were placed just before Memorial Day. And I would also like to acknowledge that here in Northern Nevada, Colonel Conmay, and in Southern Nevada, Major Kevin Honoree and Lieutenant Governor Molesky are also here just to recognize that the signs have been put up. I know you can't see them and they are not speaking today, but I wanted to acknowledge the support from our law enforcement partners in this unfortunately, an unfortunate type of program that, like I said, it honors fallen law enforcement people and also first responders. Thank you. Then
So Ms.
also-
Larkin,
Yes.
Tracy, do they want to speak?
No, I did ask, and I just wanted, they did not want to speak, but I wanted to recognize that they were there.
Okay.
On the next slide, on the AGC Work Zone, this kicked off last month to launch Respect the Cone Work Zone Safety Awareness Program. The campaign is led by the Associated General Contractors in coordination with NDOT, RTC of Washoe County, Reno, Sparks, and Washoe County. In the last year, between 22 and 23, Nevada saw a 39% increase in work zone crashes. And, you know, here at NDOT, we also have more than 800 maintenance workers and another 300 construction workers working along in the highway. And that's pretty much in just the trucking meadows alone. And we also have another 1,200 with our construction partners out in the trucking meadows. So I wanted to just make everyone aware that these people everyone who's working out there have families, they have friends, or somebody's daughter, son, mother. Just respect the cone, recognize that there are people working behind there, and we want to make sure everybody gets home. And I really want to thank the AGC for taking the lead on getting the campaign kicked off. And then on another, just to kind of acknowledge that it was Lieutenant Governor came out and toured several of our projects in Northern Nevada, the ones on the North Valleys and also on Pyramid Highway, and talked to the contractors about the type of issues and concerns like inflation, safety that they're facing. So thank you, Lieutenant Governor. And then next, just a quick update on the I-15 Tropicana project. Again, it's setting the foundations for the Tropicana Bridge. We're rebuilding the flyover exit. We're working on the paving and bridge rehab. And we'll have different closures throughout the summer, and those will be posted well ahead of time. And again, we are looking at completing it next year, so it moves forward. And I have to admit, no one will be more happier than I am when we move out of the center of Las Vegas. The major construction launches for the US 395 in Gardnerville. This is a year-long project to reconstruct US 395 through downtown Gardnerville and Douglas County. We have completed the preliminary drainage, sidewalk, curb, and gutter improvements, and the major reconstruction starts today for the 2 miles of 395 between Waterloo Lane and the First Street in downtown Gardnerville. And will include electronic flashing pedestrian crossing signs, upgraded lighting, underground conduit enhanced for better connectivity to roadway cameras, road weather information centers, and more, and then additional drainage and ADA improvements. So more construction to be faced here in Northern Nevada, but also in the Douglas County area. The I-11 feasibility study, which goes from Kyle Canyon to Mercury. This is the next section that we're looking at I-11. The virtual meeting is being held starts today, so June 10th through July 12th. And then we'll look at basically using feedback received during the last public meeting. We have a draft menu of improvements that include the interchange locations, access road modifications, improvements to upgrade US 95 to an interstate, and how we're gonna traverse the Indian Springs area. When we do bring, going forward and we're looking at bringing a state highway up to interstate standards, we do have to look at the access, we look at purchasing control of access, so that there is no direct intersections on the freeway anymore, so it will all be through interchanges. On the next one, we are also looking at our next round of bond sales, so which is another $150 million motor vehicle fuel tax bond and the $50 million fuel revenue indexing bond. The fuel revenue indexing bond is based on money that we have received from fuel revenue indexing in Southern Nevada, and it is only used in Southern Nevada. The primary area that we're looking for is spending this on the Henderson interchange is the main designation for these bonds. And then next, really kind of a positive note, we want to continue to say that our vacancy rate continues to go down, and we are now at 18% in all the districts and headquarters, so 18 across the board. And we want to note that last year when we came on board, we were at 26% vacancy. So we are now basically have gained 8% more in filling the vacancies. And one of the major things that have really helped this is a lot of the process, Governor, you put in place for bringing on particularly maintenance workers, at an advanced step going on there. We're training, I think, another 30 in District 2, particularly in District 2, which was almost at 30% a few months ago. For it to come down from 30 then to 26 and now at 18% in District 2 is a huge win for us. So we thank you. And then the last, just to say, a few more people have decided that, 18 years and 26 years, that it's time for them to retire and go on to another phase in life. So we'd like to thank Stephen Bear, who is the Assistant District Engineer, who has served in the Ely region for almost a decade now. And prior to that, he had served in the Tonopah area. And also Kevin Killian, he's a maintenance manager in Southern Nevada in the South Yard, and has been with us for 26 years. So we wish them the best and the very best in their future plans. And that concludes my report.
Is Ethan or Kevin listening today?
I do not know if they are in Southern Nevada at this time. Mario, are they physically there?
They are not here. No.
Okay. Well, please convey our congratulations and thank you for their service. That's fantastic. All right. Do we have any questions of the director? By any member? All right. Hearing none, we'll close the director's report and move on to agenda item number 4, consideration of approval of the May 13th, 2024 Nevada Department of Transportation Board of Directors meeting minutes for possible action. Do we have any questions or concerns on the meeting minutes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Andy Matthews for the record. I will move for approval of the minutes from May 13th, 2024 Department of Transportation Board of Directors meeting.
Virginia Valentine, I'll second.
All right, we have a second. We have a motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? Nay. Hearing none, motion passes. All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda, addressing items number 5 through number 7, with intent to take them in one motion unless any member wishes to hear one separately. Do we have any member wishing to hear one separately? All right, hearing none, Ms. Larkin will address 5 through 7 as one motion.
Stavros Anthony, move for approval of the consent agenda 5 through 7.
Virginia Valentine, I'll second.
All right, we have a motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any against, nay? Hearing none, motion passes. All right. We'll move on to additional business items with agenda item number 8, contracts, agreements, and settlements / judgments, informational only. Ms. Larkin.
We do not have any at this time.
All right, we'll close agenda item number 8, move on to agenda item number 9, executive session. Do we have an executive session?
We do not.
All right, we'll close agenda item number 9, move on to second opportunity for public comment. Please limit your comment to 3 minutes. Do we have anybody there in Carson?
I do have, yes, we do. And I have one written one, which I will read after.
Okay,
She's.
please come forward and identify yourself.
Thank you. My name is Alexis Motorex with the Nevada Chapter Associated General Contractors, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank Governor Lombardo, Director Larkin, and Frank Lepre for attending our kickoff press conference and partnering with us on the Respect the Cone campaign to make our work zone safer. The safety of our workforce is our most important priority, and we are beyond grateful to have the support and partnership with the state as we educate the driving public to slow down and pay attention in work zones.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis.
And then I have one to read that we received on Friday. Bill Stremwell, as a resident of Pahrump in Nye County, Nevada Highway 160 is the primary arterial here and is vital for internal circulation as a regional link. This is also a route of national significance, serving as the primary gateway into Death Valley National Park for visitors from all over the world. So it is especially distressing that 10 miles with the 160, that's SR 160, within the town of Pahrump remains just 2 lanes, about half of that length up to the turnoff for Death Valley, lacking even paved shoulders. Besides emphatic support for widening 160 expressed at the 2022 hearings on NDOT's 159 through 160 corridor study, there are questions about the roundabouts to be built at Mountain Falls and Calvada. Both are long overdue, where serious collisions have occurred, and accommodations for Third at Mesquite should be incorporated into the widening plans north of town due to increasing conflicts between heavy trucks and fast-moving passenger vehicles. 3 low-cost improvements among the many identified in the 2022 study are vital to life safety and should be implemented without delay in advance of the overall widening. 1, a right turn lane from southbound SR 160 onto westbound 372 at the Bank of America corner in central Pahrump. Increasing congestion at this intersection is delaying emergency vehicles backed up behind motorists intending to make a right turn but stuck in the queue at the red light. 2, traffic signal at the outlet from Sky Vista onto 159 in the Summerlin and area of Las Vegas. 3, traffic signal at 160 plus Grand Canyon, where thousands of new residents lack safe egress to major arterial through their community. Clark County Public Works says the intersection is NDOT's responsibility. These investments are sought in the spirit of regional coordination seeking to prevent the tragic loss of life and limb attributable to our current inadequate infrastructure. That concludes that comment.
All right, any further comment there, Carson City?
No.
Mario, do you have anybody there at the office?
Not at this time, Governor.
Anybody on the phone? I believe we have a public comment here in Las Vegas with member Valentine.
Thank you, Governor. I am very pleased to have with me today my mini-me Girl Scout, Sophie Kane. She has been a Girl Scout since kindergarten when she joined the Daisies, and she enjoys Girl Scouts for fostering relationships and friendships. And one of her more memorable experiences was being a delegate to their national convention. So she's going to get an early start in politics here, Governor, where she got to share ideas with her other Girl Scouts and to represent our community. So this is Sophie Kane, and I'm very happy to have her as my mini-me. It looks like she may have some prepared remarks, Governor. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, I think it's just that.
Oh, that's true. Okay. All right. Yeah, do you want to say anything?
Sure. I've been a Girl Scout since kindergarten, so I did start at Daisy's. I'm a senior now. I'm 15 years old. I go to Faith Lutheran. I really enjoy Girl Scouts. So.
What brings you here today?
I'm her mini-me for the dessert for dinner event. And
Who's her?
oh, this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the I'm interviewing her for dinner because she's being honored with our Think Big badge.
And Sophie, who are your guests?
Name her.
Christina. And this is, I'm Kelsey, Girl Scouts.
Yes. Well, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, if we don't have any further public comment, we will close the second opportunity for public comment, move for adjournment.
Andy Matthews, I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Anthony second.
Awesome.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great day.